Hey, welcome to the Horseman Ranch channel. We got another demonstration for you today. We are actually in Fort Morgan, Alabama, on the Gulf of Mexico, right behind me here. Got some rain trying to come in, but we're going to try to beat it. We're going to make étouffée for you today. So I love Cajun food, and so I've learned how to make this in the last year or two. And so we're going to do crawfish étouffée, but we're actually going to throw some shrimp in it. Since we're on the Gulf, we got some Gulf shrimp we're going to throw in there. And so we're making shrimp and crawfish étouffée. We're going to show you how to do that. It's real simple. I've always wanted to know how to make it, and so I love to eat it. And then I don't know why it always intimidated me, but I think I've got a pretty good recipe. So we're going to show you all about it today. We're going to use my butter pat skillet right here, 14-inch skillet, and we're actually on propane today, so we're not on a wood fire. And Grady's going to pan over here and show you our ingredients. And we will get started here in just a second. All right, so we're going to start with 2 sticks of butter. And we're in a hot iron, cast iron skillet here. We're going to start with 2 sticks of butter. We're going to let that melt down. And we're going to add some flour to it. And what we're going to do is start a roux, okay? Okay, our butter is melted. We're going to put about 3 tablespoons of flour in this, okay? And what we're doing now is making a roux, and we want this, of course, this flour to kind of dissolve and make a roux, and we want to keep this going until it's a really dark, not dark, but kind of a light peanut butter look to it. And so it's just going to take just a little bit of stirring this and kind of going back and forth. Sometimes I'll add a little bit more flour to it, you know. I like it a little bit thick, but not too thick. You want it just kind of you don't want it a loose consistency. You want a decent, I want to do another tablespoon just because. So it's kind of hard to do a recipe for roux, but that gives you an idea. I will also post the recipe for this in the description below. We've also been making cowboy coffee out here on the beach. We did a video for that last week, and so I've got a picture I'll put on there and show you. We've been making some cowboy coffee out here, and so it's been pretty awesome. So, all right. We got some nice peanut butter color in this roux. That's kind of what you're looking for. Not too dark, not too light. So I'm on a medium heat right now, okay? So we're going to throw in what they call the holy trinity of Cajun cooking. We've got celery, about 1.5 cups of celery, all right? About 1.5 cups of bell pepper, and about 1.5 cups of a sweet onion. You can use purple onion. I just use a sweet onion for that. And what we're going to do now is we're going to let this kind of saute real good, okay, till it's nice and tender. So somewhere around 8 to 10 minutes. Stirring occasionally, and that's it on this part. All right, we're back here and we are really getting tender. It's been about 10 minutes or so. So that roux is kind of still, you can see it kind of hardened up on the corners, but we'll fix that here in just a second. Okay, we're going to go ahead and dump our crawfish in there. So this recipe calls for around 2 pounds of meat. All right, but we're going to put our shrimp in here in just a little bit. So normally you'd put 2 pounds of crawfish in right now. But again, like I said, since we're on the Gulf, we're going to do half crawfish and half shrimp. All right, now we're going to put some seasoning in there. Okay, so whatever seasoning you want will work. I'm using a white pepper, slap your mama, and you can put as much or as little as you want to put on there. And the wind's blowing, as you can see. So we'll stir that in. People can also add this at the table, and so that sometimes is an option for them. That way you're not running folks out off the dinner table because it's too hot. They don't like spicy food. We're going to go ahead and add just a little bit more, all right, to this. And now we're also going to add a little bit of chicken broth, all right, to let this kind of make more of a gravy. And so I can't tell you exactly how much I want to add because I don't know yet. But we're going to do that right now for starters. We're going to go ahead and stir that in. And that will break up them hardened pieces of roux and make a really nice gravy is what that'll do. All right. And we're going to let this simmer. Now, shrimp doesn't need to cook very long because it will get harden up pretty good on you. So we're going to hold off on the shrimp till the very, very last. So like I said, you can normally buy, where we're from in Oklahoma, you can buy crawfish tails in the frozen section at most Walmarts. So there's that for you. You don't got to wait and order them online or whatever. You can usually get them in the frozen section at a local Walmart. And so there you go. We're going to play with this a little bit. You can see it's really kind of thickened it up good. We're going to let it cook for about 8 or 10 minutes. And we're not too far from throwing that shrimp in there and trying this out, okay? All right. Okay, we're going to put a pound of shrimp. This is cooked about 10 minutes. Okay, everything is nice and blended in really well. And I want to say around 2 cups of broth, but you're going to have to kind of, and I may end up adding more broth a little bit to this. So it's whatever kind of liking you like. So there you go. There's the shrimp. We're going to let this cook until that shrimp is nice and pink. You do not want to overcook shrimp ever. Guys, this is going to be really good. I love Cajun food. Just absolutely love it. And so you just can't beat it. And it is not hard to make. And I may have some Louisiana folks, you know, tell me I'm doing something wrong. And I may be, but this is how I make it. And this is how I like it. This is the Horse Pen Ranch Chuckwagon way to make it. So there's a lot of ways to make stuff like jambalaya and étouffée and gumbo. I've got a gumbo recipe I'll share with you one of these days that I absolutely love. Kind of like chili for our area. There's a lot of different ways to make chili. People make it a lot of different ways. I don't know if I've ever made chili twice the same way, but I kind of figured this is kind of the same way. So you can see here now we got some pretty good consistency. Again, if I want to let that go a little further or so, I can throw some more, make it a little soupier. Of course, this normally goes over a bed of rice, and you can make it however you want, minute rice or a rice cooker, or just cooking rice down by the instructions on the box. Not hard to do at all. We're actually going to fry some catfish later. We won't show that on this video, but we're going to fry some catfish later and put this over some catfish and some fried alligator out here on the beach. So we'll come back here in just a second. Like I said, you need to try to make this. This is not hard to make, and it's very, very good. All right. Okay, we are done. Check it out. Starting to look really good. Really thickened up nicely. I'll show you here. It's really, man, really the burner on low. You put that over anything, steak, rice, catfish, whatever you want to put it over, and it makes it better, better, better. So I want to give it a try. We got a little bit of shrimp in here, a little bit of crawfish in here. Perfect, good stuff. Hey, so of course we didn't bring the Chuckwagon with us, and we're not on the ranch, but like I said, we're out here at Fort Morgan Beach in Alabama and had a great week so far. And had some good weather. I think it's rained, like I said, in the Gulf, but it missed us. And so any questions about this, holler at me. I'll post the recipe on the bottom there in the comments, and you guys try this and let me know what you think. And thanks for watching, and like and subscribe, please.